Welcome, Padawans, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast brought to you by Anchor, where we travel to galaxies far, far away to bring you our thoughts on your favorite movies and shows. I'm excited to talk about today's episode because Disney Plus's new original anthology series, Star Wars Visions, just released all 9 episodes yesterday, and I am loving every single one of them so far. Here to discuss with me is my Corellian co-pilot, Akram. What's up, man? How you feeling?
How you doing, though?
I'm good, man. How did you feel about this series?
You know, I'm not a big anime fan, but I really enjoyed it. Just being in the Star Wars universe, even if it's not canonical, it was so interesting. The lightsaber designs, the aesthetics, and some themes, too. Definitely some worthy highlights in this season 1 premiere. So I liked it a lot. How about yourself? Coming from since you're a huge anime fan.
Well, yeah,
huh?
it's crazy because I feel like this is a bridge to both worlds because I'm an anime and a Star Wars fan.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of people like me can relate to that. But yes, overall a very creative and fascinating series. Definitely went above and beyond my expectations for the show. I mean, just from the trailer, obviously, I was already blown away. But yeah, an amazing collaboration with like some of the best in the anime industry. And like I said, it definitely reaches out to a variety of fans, whether you're Star Wars or anime. So I really appreciate that them bridging like two different communities. Did you, so I don't know. Do you want to start with your favorite episodes?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Well,
Or
actually,
some
one.
of your favorite moments from the series?
Well, yeah. No, I mean, some of my favorite moments was just like, believe it or not, dialogue stuff. Like there was this episode, I forgot which episode it was, but it was the Jedi and his Padawan, and they faced that old Sith, right? That
Oh,
had
the
like this.
Elder.
Yeah, just that at the end when he was talking about age, I felt like that was so wise. And then also the rabbit one that reminded me of the bunny from Space Jams.
Oh,
Uh,
Ochi and Lop. Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, that was interesting. I thought it was gonna be kind of silly. I loved the animation. Like I could see the grain in some moments. It was just like I loved how it looked like. It reminded me of like OG anime that I would watch back then. So that and the twist too, like with those Jedi that they were like they wanted to like build a lightsaber or
Oh, from
something.
the ninth Jedi. Yeah, that's definitely one of my
Yeah,
favorite
I didn't
episodes. That
expect
was
that.
so interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, how about
it's
yourself?
crazy. Yeah, like just there's so much focus to like narrative and storytelling in these episodes, which I really appreciate. I feel like there was like a prompt for this. Like maybe like the studios had like one kind of like goal, I guess. So maybe the prompt was like Jedi. Because I feel like a lot of these, well, pretty much all of them, in some way or form, had a Jedi connected to them. So it was cool to see like what the studios were like able to accomplish, like their different variations of that idea. But yeah, some of my favorite episodes. I did like the duel, the first episode.
Yeah.
Very homage to Kurosawa and Seven Samurai, just from that art style. Um, the studio that created that is Kamikaze Duja. I'm probably butchering it, but they made JoJo Bizarre's Adventures, and actually, I think they were part of Batman Ninja.
Oh
So you can see
wow,
that.
great!
Yeah,
I
you
love
can kind
Batman
of
Ninja.
yeah, so you can kind of like see that style when you go back.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was very cool just to like see Star Wars portrayed in that kind of style. Um, and a Sith Ronin, that was wild, yo. I thought he was gonna be a Jedi. So seeing
Right.
him be like a Sith Ronin, I was like, oh fuck, because like even when they said it, they were like, oh, you're probably a Jedi, right? And then he pulls out a fucking red lightsaber. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit. And then this motherfucker is collecting like kyber crystals, like Infinity Stones and
Oh, so
shit,
badass, man. So
putting it on his
badass.
fucking hilt. That was so wild, y'all. I was like,
Yeah.
god damn.
Great
And then
ideas.
yeah, and then like even like the little details, like the straw astromech droid, that
Mm-hmm.
was so clever. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
how they encapsulate like feudal Japan with modern day Star Wars, so that was really cool. And even seeing like the different character designs, I love when the bandits, I guess, they were kind of like a mix of like Imperial and First Order stormtroopers. If you notice, like their helmet designs.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, even like the Trandoshan bounty hunters, like that. It actually reminds me of that one Clone Wars episode where they actually have to protect that village, which I think that was also inspired by Seven Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of meta in a way because it's self-referential.
Right.
Um, my second favorite is actually the second episode, Tatooine Rhapsody by Studio Colorado. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not actually familiar with that studio, um, but that one definitely was like it set itself apart for me from a lot of the episodes, and I like that a lot. I mean, it does have like a Jedi in it, but it feels so far apart from the other ones. Because it's not really philosophical or like I guess like Eastern influenced like a lot of the other episodes. It's more like a ballad
Right.
kind of. So yeah, you have this cool band, and it was cool that they included Boba Fett in this episode too.
Yeah.
Tamar Morrison voiced them. I was surprised.
Yeah.
But I feel like because he's doing Book of Boba Fett right now, so they probably like just made him like say a couple lines while he was already acting. But yeah,
Mm.
that was cool they included him. But yeah, and that song was like awesome. I want that like on my on my Apple iTunes or something too. I love
Bang the
that
fuck
song.
out of those drums, Brennan.
Right, bang the fuck out of those drums, Brennan.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, seeing like a concert on Tatooine, that was just like such an interesting like concept. Because
Yeah.
that's such like the perfect place, right? Because Tatooine is just like scum and villainy. So you think it would be like the perfect place for like a rave or like a band festival. So
Right.
I thought that was cool.
Right.
Um, yeah, there's just so many great episodes. My third favorite probably would have to be Ninth Jedi. That
Okay.
was a really good. I think the animation for that was really awesome. That was by Production IG. Very interesting. With the plot twists with Juro. Because he was dressed like a Sith, so you think he's gonna be like this, like a Sith Lord or some shit, and they were all dressed like Jedi. So I love that role reversal. And the lightsaber is really cool, and I love how like the colors of their lightsabers like reveal their true intentions.
Yeah, I know.
So they're kind of like straying like away from the canon, which I'm fine with because it's more exploration into like George Lucas's like original like philosophies like about like mysticism and like like the hero with a thousand faces. Um, but yeah, what else did you think?
Well, yeah, piggybacking off what you said with the lightsaber colors, I like that. It's not so much of his twist, but like that Last Jedi standing right had a purple lightsaber, and usually like people would know that like purple is like closer to the dark side, but you're still,
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was cool. It makes sense, and also like I like the attention to detail also because you hear familiar reused sound bites, right, or just like sounds of like crashing or something burning, right, throughout each episode. I felt like that really encapsulated it too into the Star Wars universe. It was very familiar actually, which I was thinking, oh, it's not gonna be so much Star Wars. Like if you just take away the lightsabers, it's gonna be its own thing and like some recognizable ships. But no, I like the dialogue, the the poetic universe that George Lucas has set up. It's there, and I feel like it's more powerful actually, since it is basically like a Japanese theme, right? And so like the way of the samurai and stuff like that, just the honor behind that, right? And it makes a lot of sense. I loved it, to be honest with you. I'm not a big anime fan, so I mean, but it doesn't matter. The stories is there, right? It doesn't matter how a
Right.
story looks like, right? You could just listen to a story,
And
and you
that's the
could,
thing. Like a lot of people have been saying, like, "Oh, well, Star Wars doesn't belong in an anime." I'm like, "Well, no, because like Star Wars
right,
was adopted from like Eastern influence and like Japanese culture, so it makes perfect sense. That's why it fits so well together.
yep,
It's the perfect culmination of like East and West. So yeah, like you said, there's a lot of familiar like items you can see, and I just love like how far they went with like exploring like what is a Jedi, right? Is it the lightsaber? Is it the kyber crystal? Is it something more as like connection to like nature or the universe? I think the Village Bride episode did that really well. That was by Kinema Citrus Studio.
mm.
Um, that felt very Miyazaki to me actually. It was a very similar in tone to like Spirited Away or like Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. So yeah, I do love like what they're playing around with, like the ideas of like Jedi, like even at the Astro Boy episode
Mm.
with Toby. I thought that was really cool because it's like Jet well because they're exploring the idea like Jedi doesn't have to be like a human, right? It could be like anybody who has like a strong connection with nature, or like self-sacrifice. So I thought that was really cool.
It's beautiful. It's poetry. It rhymes.
Okay, George.
No, it really is beautiful though. I mean, it's like, and then even in the comics, I feel like this complements the comics a lot because the comics are they go into obscure territory. Like, well, I can't say just Afra, right? Like Darth Vader or even the main series, right? They explore different corners of that galaxy. And also, there's so many different themes with different cultures and whatnot, and really, the comics go into detail that droids do feel in a way they do have a soul like R2D2 or even C3PO, right? There's so many dialogue like things going on in comics where they go in depth with that, and I've always found like that to be so beautiful. It's a very interesting idea. um, so I love that. I did like the Astro Boy episode actually, so yeah, good point that you made.
Yeah, the droids were like awesome in this series.
Yeah.
I feel like they really like they were like the connector to like the Star Wars universe, right? Because I feel like without them, it kind of like it feels almost too mysticism. Like
Right.
but then like when you bring like the technology aspect of it, it kind of reminds you, oh yeah, this is a Star Wars like series. So I thought that was cool, and like the ship designs were really cool too. Yeah, a lot of attention to detail. Like even like there was one part in the what was the episode? It was the Lop and Ochi,
Hmm.
where the father is like explaining like the origins of the lightsaber and how they found it was gifted them by the Jedi, and you see like that crane, and it looks like the Jedi
I
like
love that.
symbol. I
Yeah.
love that. It's so
It
referential,
has
but
like
it's like
that wheat there that's like holding it. It
right.
looks like a star. Oh, I love that.
I feel like it's such a reward for Star Wars fans that are like really like into like the lore and stuff.
Hmm.
So like that attention to detail, like it's like oh shit, it's like oh I recognize that.
Mm.
And then for like anime fans, it's really rewarding too. It's just like seeing like the I'm geeking out right now. I'm so passionate about
Oh,
this.
great. No, that's wonderful.
But yeah, like a lot of like similarities to like certain animes. Like so going back to the Lop and Ochi one by Gen Studio, that one reminded me a lot of like Princess Mononoke actually. Because that movie is about like a nature versus modernism in a way, and the evil sister kind of reminded me of like the the governor lady in Princess Mononoke, because she's actually like she's kind of like a modernist, I guess. Like she's a industrial revolutionist, so she's kind of like industrializing everything and like trying to burn the forest down and take its natural resources. So that's what that reminded me of. But yeah, you could say there's like a lot of like deeper connections to like imperialism, or like historical events, like the Japanese oppression of like the Chinese colonies and stuff. And I love that style too. It just it reminds me of Mamoru Hosoda's style, because he made two of my favorite like anime movies, The Boy and the Beast and Summer Wars. So that style is really cool. And then there's a lot of different like similar styles. The Twins episode, that's by Trigger. They did Adventure Time, Space Dandy, and Devilman Crybaby. And direct, if anyone like is familiar with anime, the director of Kill la Kill actually did this episode. So I love that, very like cool. You can kind of see it too. Um, it is like that's the episode that feels closest, I feel like, to modern anime, because it's just like overpowered energy blast and like loud noises. Um, but I thought it was cool that they also like did like cool referentials to like the original trilogy, and even Last Jedi when they did that like hyperspace kamikaze thing. And
Oh
you see like
yeah.
the ship
Right, right. I
tear
did notice
apart too.
that. Yeah, yeah. It looked
Yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
So yeah, they are. It's cool that they are like referring back to like what has been previously done, right, as a like respect to the series.
Of course. Of
But
course.
yeah, did you feel like there were any like weaker ones in this episode? I mean, this in this series.
Um I guess to say that it would seem ignorant, right? Because like there are some that seem like kind of childish or silly, but I felt like there's a hidden story hidden behind another story, and that's the beauty from animation in general. You could take so many liberties with adding symbology, right? Behind so many things. So to say that one is weaker than the other, I don't know. They're like each one is so separate from each other, right? It's just set in this beautiful galaxy of the Star Wars universe that we know. So I like them all equally, to be honest with you. I don't usually say this, but I really do like them all equally. Of course, there were some ones that struck me in a certain way, just because style wise. Like I listed before, that like those 9 Jedi, I think, whatever, and I don't know. It just I like them all. I'm not a big anime fan again, but like I'm a big story fan. I'm a big lore fan, and when you somehow bring in humanity, especially to animated characters, right? That could be a challenge. I feel right. And I felt like they did it beautifully. How about you? Well, like since you're an expert in anime, what were like some pitfalls they came across? You think?
Well, firstly, I definitely agree with you. I feel like each episode had its own heart, so it's hard to like pick and choose like what was good and what was bad. I think overall, generally, it was a successful series. Of course, I'm gonna have like my favorites, but I think they all really hit hard. I don't know. Yeah, for maybe weaker ones. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. I wasn't like a big fan of like the last episode, the Akikira by Science Saru. I don't know, just didn't really like strike me as much. But I did love the other ones. Um, the Elder I thought was really cool. That was the one with the Padawan and the Apprentice. I feel like that one was as very close to the canon. Like I could feel like really see that being like an actual like Star Wars like anthology episode, or like somehow related to like the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy, whatever. But yeah, visual that was stunning, and I like the animation for that. It was kind of like similar to like Avatar: The Last Airbender or like Inuyasha. That was like kind of the vibe it was giving off. But yeah, they definitely like explore a lot of like different ideas about the Star Wars universe, like the relationship between like the Jedi and the Sith, like what kyber crystals are or what they could be. Um, yeah, it's just a lot to take in, and like you said, even though like you're not an anime fan, like you found it interesting. So I feel like this could be a great gateway
Yes,
for people that are not anime fans, and also for people that are not Star Wars fans.
for sure. Yeah.
So it's really cool, like I said, that they're bridging these two communities, and really like giving the best of both worlds. So if you're not an anime fan, I hope this will be a great introduction um to different types of anime, because there are a lot of great ones. Not a lot of great ones either, but it just depends on your preference really. But and yeah, like if you're not a Star Wars fan, I hope this will also get you into an amazing community. Well, I don't know about the community, but a great cinematic franchise, I will say.
Yeah, because Star Wars fans are pretty toxic when it comes to casting sometimes.
The community speaks for themselves. I don't represent them, but
But great universe to get into if you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, any closing thoughts on the series?
Well, you said it best. The points you made. Here's to hoping season 2. I believe. I don't think it was confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure there will be a season 2.
I hope so. I really love this series so much.
Yeah, and production wise, I mean, it's different studios too. I know that animation is like it's a lot of work and stuff, but still, it's different studios, not coming out of like one studio.
Right.
So I got to feel.
I love that collaboration. Though.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they did different studios, because it feels like Love, Death, and Robots, right?
Right, as like What If, Marvel's What If should have been like
right,
this. Yeah. I feel. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, great series so far. And like an all-star cast too to back it up. And some newcomers to the Star Wars universe like Lucy Liu, David Harbour, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's just so many.
What? David?
David
Who is this?
Harbour. Yeah, there's plenty of people. Alison Brie from Netflix. I mean, Simu
Mhm.
Liu from
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Plenty
Yeah, I
of
didn't even
people.
pay attention to like the voice actor.
No, your girlfriend Karen Fukuhara's here.
Hey, how's it going?
My girlfriend Jamie Chung is here, and yeah, just so many people. It's great. Good
That's
good
awesome.
good production. Seriously.
Yeah, and I did like that they were short episodes too, because I feel like anything longer
Right.
would have I don't know, maybe taken away, but maybe it just wouldn't have added. It would have felt too much like a movie rather than the anthology series. Um, but yeah, I totally agree with you, and that pretty much concludes our Star Wars Visions review. We hope you'll join us for future Star Wars discussions by following us and giving this video a like and a share. And if you guys are interested in our other channels, Akram's got a YouTube channel, Green Steel, very high quality work.
Thank you.
My TikTok, The Fandalorian, well, it's okay, but definitely check us out anyway.
Check us out. Check him out. Yeah.
We're also on Instagram and Spotify as well as Anchor. Not sure on what's going on with our Twitter right now, but who knows?
Don't ask, don't tell. We'll work on it though.
Hopefully, when we get enough clout, we'll update it. But
Right.
But yeah, until then, guys, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.